What's good, YouTube? This is Mr. Purple Zero back with another video. When I see the name Michael Beasley, what comes to mind? A super talented individual that when I say his name, there's no reason why his name shouldn't be with the Carmelos, the Kawhis, the Durants, the LeBrons, the Derrick Roses when he was healthy. There's no reason why Michael Beasley's name shouldn't be with that bunch, because he's a super talented and skilled individual. I mean, let's look back at his career. When he first came on the scene, I'm not even talking NBA, let's talk about college. His first year in college, the man was a dominant beast. There's a reason why they call him Michael Beasley. There's a reason why. The man was putting up 26 points a game, 12 rebounds in college, his freshman year. Think about that. His freshman year, his size, his ability to move with the ball, his skill set, his ability to hit a mid-range shot, his ability to hit the three-point shot, bully you in the paint, out-rebound you. It's like this man's game was set up to be a dominant force in the league because you don't know what to do with him. You can't guard him. Think about it. He had size, he had height, he could shoot, he could dribble, he could post you up. Like, you want to put a power forward on him and he's blown by that power forward because he could put the ball on the floor. You want to put a small forward on him and he's too little. He's bodying him in the paint. So when you look back at Michael Beasley and think about his career and what could have been, there's no reason why you can't mention him, why his name shouldn't have been mentioned with the elites, or at least close to the elites. But now when you mention Michael Beasley's name, he's there with the low-tier post-China players that, you know, should have been nice, but messed up on the scene, the OJ Mayos, the people that push people down the staircases, you know. So let's look at Michael Beasley's faults, so we say. Because a lot of guys in the NBA have this problem. You see, you could be as good as you want to be. You could work on your game in, day out. But there's demons. There's demons that will bring you down. And if you have no control over those demons, you're going to be just like anybody else. You're going to be just another Michael Beasley. So you don't want to be a Michael Beasley. You want to be a better than Beasley. But Beasley had demons. And those demons was weed. Plain and simple. You got guys that could smoke before a game. And they will play like you don't even, like they sober. They play like they sober. They play like they not high. They that good. But then you got other guys that can smoke. And they might play good. But then when they go home, they're going to smoke again. When they wake up at 5 a.m., they got to wake and bake. They don't go to practice. They're not shooting the ball. They're not dribbling because they think they're that good. Beasley is somebody who was that good, but had he put down the weed and picked up the basketball in the off time when he got home, there's no reason why he's not mentioned with the Hardens, the Westbrooks, and being up there with all the elite players because he's that good. You cannot take away his skill set, but his mind frame is why he's not elite. In college, 26 points a game, 12 rebounds. You can't tell me that's not going to translate to the NBA when you look at his structure. I'm not getting the words out right, but you understand what I'm saying. When you look at his body frame, his whole build, the same way you look at Zion, the way he's so built, he's so strong, you know he could translate grown man style. As long as he keeps working on his game, he could translate to the next level. When Beasley came, it was just like, what you going to do with him? What you going to do with him? Because he's going to destroy you in the paint, outside of the paint. But weed brought the man down. His lifestyle brought the man down. Those demons brought the man down. His circle brought him down. You mean to tell me 10 years in the league and your name is not ringing bells with that kind of game? A lot of people can't even play at that level. They don't have it in their game, that repertoire that he had. It was almost Melo-esque, a poor man's Melo. But it wouldn't even be a poor man's Melo because it would be Michael Beasley. That would be his game. It's Michael Beasley game. He had his own name. He didn't have to be under a Melo or any other, or Blake Griffin or anybody else you wanted to compare him with. He was Michael Beasley. But he ruined that. His best year, his first 2 years in the league, he played with Miami. He averaged about 13 points the first year, 14 points the second year. And he was coming in playing with Dwayne Wade. So I figured like, and this is a prime Wade, a pretty good Wade. I'm like, not prime Wade, but it's a pretty good Wade. I'm like, how they not going to kill? Chemistry. Couldn't work. But you can see in Beasley's mind frame, his off the court mind frame, that he's not built for the league. It's like a kid that goes to college. Here's another example. You got some kids that could go to school, live on campus or live off campus, go to cool school, do right, do all things right. Boom, they come back, 4 years pass. You got other kids that you put them on campus around other people, and that lifestyle of being able to, I don't got to go to class because they said I could go to class when I want to go to class. I can do the homework when I want to do the homework. If you give some people too much freedoms, they can't handle it. They can't control themselves. They cannot work in that kind of aspect. He's somebody that needs to be regulated. You have to be on top of him. But if you have to be on top of somebody like that, then it ain't going to work. Because he's so skilled and good, all he has to do is focus for himself. But he cannot focus. So it didn't work out. His third year, he averaged 19 points. That's actually his highest career amount of points he's averaged in any NBA season out of the 10 years he's been in the league. But Minnesota's Minnesota. It's a place where players die, just like the Knicks. You go to Minnesota, you should have career nights. Kevin Love was having career nights every night. 40 points, 30 rebounds, 20 rebounds. He was doing his thing. They wasn't winning nothing. Minnesota would do that to you. The Knicks are where your career dies. When you're on your last leg, you go to the Knicks and bow out. But Michael Beasley, there's no reason, as of today in 2020, that we shouldn't be saying his name and his name shouldn't be ringing bells on a good note. But now his name rings bells on a bad note. In and out of rehab, constantly having trouble with the league. It's the weed. And it's not that I'm blaming the weed per se. I'm blaming his mind frame and not being able to control it. The demons of picking up weed and not being able to put it down. There's a lot of players that smoke. Don't get it twisted. I don't even have to you don't have to do no tests or no plays. You don't have to do none of that. Everybody knows who smokes. People that smoke knows who smoke. If you smoke. People that smoke know who smoke. And in the league, a lot of players smoke because it's how you grew up in the hood. When you played basketball, you had guys that was smoking, and you had guys that was playing, and you had guys that was smoking and playing. Some people could do it, some people can't. Some people play better once they smoke. Some people don't. Michael Phelps, great world-class swimmer. He blows it down all the time. He can handle it. It works in his regimen. But Michael Beasley, it couldn't work in his regimen. He can't handle it. Now, 10 years, 15 years pass, and his name don't ring bells in the league. But that's his own fault. But the message is, control your demons. Because until you can control your demons, it doesn't matter how talented you are, how good you are at whatever particular thing you do. If you cannot control your demons, you'll get nowhere in life. This is Mr. Purple Zero, and I'm a holla.